Hey, it's Dave from CheapWineFinder.com again, and we have, I'm starting my Thanksgiving wine recommendation type things with a fairly inexpensive, not completely inexpensive wine from Aldi. It's called the Peaks and Tides Sonoma Coast Pinot Noir 2018. Sonoma Coast is a very high-end Pinot Noir area, Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. It's between coastal mountains on the coast. Russian River is to the east. Caneros is to the east. It's cool. It's got valleys. It's got hills. It's an interesting Pinot Noir area. It's got the cold weather, cool weather that Pinot Noir grapes love. It gives it a long growing season, and it's only about 2,000 acres of vineyards there. There are wineries that have more acreage than that, so there is no such thing as bad vineyards in Sonoma Coast. You'll always talk about, everything starts in the vineyard. Well, this wine started in the vineyard. It did okay for itself. It's, Aldi doesn't tell you who made it. They own the trademark to almost all their wines. Not all. Every so often you get to figure out who did what. And if you check out what the back where it was vinted and bottled doesn't mean much, but there's a couple of good, promising people who might have had their hand involved in this there. So it seems to be in good hands when it was produced. I don't know for sure. It's got great grapes. You can buy it at Aldi for $12.99, and that's a pretty good thing. Now, this is a kind of in the middle. There is nowadays a market for these bold Pinot Noirs. You even have like Petite Syrah and stuff, and they're big and bold and fruity. And then you got the old schools, which are light and delicate and ethereal and got funky nose and flavors to it. And this is somewhere in the middle. This one splits the difference. It's got some body, but it's also got flavors. I'm going to take a sip because I was thinking about it, and I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. What do you want? Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's more black cherry than cherry. It's got really good flavors. It doesn't have a lot of that funky stuff that goes on with good Pinot Noir that I actually love. It's really easy to understand. It's silky smooth. It's really nice on the palate. I mean, for $12.99, it's the texture is really wonderful. Often really expensive Pinot Noirs have this crazy silkiness to them, and this has some of that for a good price. And will it go with your Thanksgiving meal? Yeah, it won't overpower turkey. It's got harvest flavors in there. It's got some spice. It's got, the acidity is good. The acidity will cut the palate and stay out of your way. So it's pretty good for an inexpensive wine from a really good appellation. It's one good thing about, Costco wines, Trader Joe's wines, and all these wines, because you get to taste grapes and wines from places that normally don't have wines that start under $20, $25, $30 for these grapes from these same vineyards. Whatever vineyard this came from, there's probably a $50 wine made from there. Doesn't mean it's made the same way or anything. It probably wasn't. This was made to be drinking now, though it's a 2018, so, you can tell how complicated the production was by the year. If this was a 2019, it would be a fairly simple one, but 2018 means it took 2 years for it to come together. So that means it had some pretty good production to it. What exactly it was, and, was there oak barrels or anything? I don't know. They don't tell you. I'm not getting a lot of oakiness in it, but Pinot Noir doesn't really need a lot of oakiness to it. It does just fine being sleek and spicy and juicy and what have you. So, that's one of the great things. Like $12.99, you're getting a wine that, that normally would cost $25. Now, I'm not saying they're the exact same things, but I'm not also saying that they're that far apart either. So So Thanksgiving Pinot Noir, if you're going to Aldi, I think they have another Pinot Noir there that I tried that I like pretty good. I think they have two. But if you're just making a quick run, in Chicago, they're doing another month of voluntary shutdowns again. It's going to be a little bit harder to get out and do things as time goes along. Looks like COVID-19 is going to be COVID-20 before too long. But there you go. Keep it cheap. Adios. And I'll talk to everybody in a couple of days with more holiday things, more upscale things, more Thanksgiving things, and stay safe. And I'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.